Hello and welcome to the 13th episode of the Go Greek podcast with your host, Rachel Masson. Today, I am sitting down with Tau Kappa Epsilon Philanthropy Chair Zane Everett.
Hello, everyone.
And today, we are going to be talking about the Jump-A-Thon Fundraiser that TKE had just last week. So Zane, if you could talk about what is your philanthropy for TKE?
So our philanthropy is St. Jude's Research Hospital. It's been our philanthropy for the last, I think, 40 years, close to. St. Jude's was founded by a alumni of TKE, so they took notice of that and they decided that that was going to be what our main focus was as far as supporting with funds and stuff like that.
And if you could explain, I guess, your thought process and why you chose to do a Jump-A-Thon as your fundraiser.
So Jump-A-Thon is something that TKE at SWOSU has done since even before I came to SWOSU. It's sort of been something that's been a tradition for quite a while now, so I just wanted to continue that tradition, and it's always been our biggest fundraiser of the year, so we were excited to get to do that again this year.
All right. And if you could talk a little bit about the Jump-A-Thon, what was your initial goal?
So our initial goal was to raise $2,000, and we had crossed that $2,000 line within 8 hours of starting the Jump-A-Thon. So we had to up our goal, then we upped it to $4,000, and we beat it again by the end of the first day. And by the end of it, we raised our goal to $10,000, just so we had a pretty high cap between the 4 and 10,000, and our final total was $8,300 for St. Jude's.
Wow, and that is a very impressive number, obviously. Could you explain a little bit of how the Jump-A-Thon works?
Yeah, so we have a trampoline set up in front of the clock tower behind the Bulldog statue, and we have at least one member on the trampoline for, in this case, it was 77 hours straight. We signed up for times and stuff like that, just so it wasn't just we had to call somebody to go up there. We had scheduled times that we were supposed to be there. We scheduled as best we could to have 3 people at the trampoline at any one given time, but we had cornhole and stuff set up as well, so our only rule was that one person had to stay on it for at all times.
All right. And since this is the first year getting back into the swing of things, a sense of normalcy with COVID and everything going on, did you, I guess, experience any obstacles during your fundraiser?
So last year with COVID, a lot of people weren't as active on campus. It was sort of a lot of people would just go to class, go back to their dorms, go home or anything. Not as many people hung out on campus, and especially with it being at the student union in the library had been closed for a really long time, since my freshman year. And so with this year stuff being a little more back to normal, we saw a lot more, I guess, traffic through this area. So I believe that helped us a whole lot as far as raising money.
All right. And since your philanthropy is dealing with cancer research, what are some other fundraisers that you do for, like, example, Relay for Life?
Yeah, so we do have a table at Relay for Life every year. I'm actually in charge of that as well. I'm in charge of any philanthropy event that we do. A lot of other things we do is periodically we'll sell t-shirts and stuff like that, and the money that we get from that goes to St. Jude's.
All right. Thank you so much for sitting down with me, Zane, and talking about the Jump-A-Thon as well as your TKE philanthropy. Once again, this has been Rachel Masson with the Go Greek podcast.